Hey, you guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, give me a minute. I'm cooking some empanadas. Took a little minute. Give me a minute. I'm going to come back. We're going to do this recap. Okay. All right. Hi, welcome to my channel. What is up? What's up? We're going to do this recap. Okay, so first, I'm going to start with Drew. I'm sorry, I am extra late. Let me tell you what happened, honey. I brought me a 40-inch couple of months ago. Um, I thought it was tight in where I wanted to be on my wall, or well, y'all saw how I had it. So I went ahead and put it up. Yesterday, but my candles out. I got a call that my TV fell and it broke. I found one. If you guys looking for like a 43, Walmart has one on sale for $118. It's a little steel. They had some TVs for 88 for 43 inches and 40 inches, but those went quick. They were on sale. Go catch Walmart. Okay, so let's get into this recap of Drew Sidora and Carlos King. Um, I want to know if Drew showed she was a liar. So Drew went on Carlos King. Let me show a picture. I'm not gonna play the video because first of all, I don't want to get a copyright, and we're gonna get into Mimi calling out Drew. And remember, we talked about how Ty called her that lady. Okay, so let me share my thing I want to share with y'all. So it was cute. It was cute. Let me go to the page of Drew. We're going to look at Drew page. It was cute how Carlos King walked in, honey. But, so this was the day of the interview, okay? Let me see if I can get a picture. This is Drew Sidora for Real Housewives of Atlanta. That is Carlos King. He is the mastermind behind Love and Marriage in Huntsville, Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Baltimore. I believe that's what it's called. Okay. He has a couple of shows. He was executive producer of Real Housewives of Atlanta from season 3 till I'm not sure what season that was with the Phaedra and Candy and all them got into. I'm not sure what season that was. Okay, so we're gonna just show this picture. I want y'all to get a little, background. So Drew Sidora had act like she was in a studio, child, like she was recording for a new singer, but we know she don't drop that album. Now I want to talk about this because it was very interesting to see her have some tears. So okay, she came in. Carlos came in. He knocked on the door. He was like, "Hello," and they was talking about the song. What is that song? Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, Drew. Don't get mad at me, girl. I forgot the name of the song. The song that she first came out with Dennis, and it was her breakout song. Okay, he said that he loved that song. Okay, so they sat down and talked, and I wrote some notes. Y'all hear that? I wrote some notes. Okay, now these are some things I want to talk about. She said she came on the show broke. Okay, now remember, Drew Sidora was on the game. She was doing her thing. She came on the show. She didn't have no coin, and things weren't going as well. So she decided to come on the show broke, and her and Raph decided to show black love. Excuse me, hit a neighbor dog. She came out and said that in a way she did. Oh, wait, hold on before we get with Ty. So she did come out and say, she came out, it was supposed to be about black love. And Carlos King said, I'm going to be honest, I don't believe that Raph liked you. And I was like, that's interesting. He said, the way he act, because he tried to outed her about Ty. Okay. And she started crying because, he started talking about the divorce. She said she basically, Raph wanted the divorce first. Now, remember, she said, no, I filed first. And then he said, no, he filed first. And all this, I filed first. Who did it first? Who shot the sheriff, right? Well, obviously, she blamed Raph and said that he wanted the divorce when, when he started dating her, when they lived back in Chicago. And she was just like, she loved Raph. She loved everything about him. She really wanted to be with him. And the way he outed her, right, about Ty. And she said, what's so funny that he tried to out me because, like she said, she did say on the show that Ty was her friend and if every little attention because her man wasn't giving her no attention and he was taking these trips. Now, we looked up Raph. Let me see if I can find Raph worksheet while we talk about this, y'all. Now, Raph's job, he can work at home and he does a lot of traveling, okay? We're going to go into what Raph does. Let me see. And shout out to Simone Red Ryan, attorney Simone Red Ryan. She pulled up where he worked at. Now, he ain't broke. The man's not broke. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. The man ain't broke. He got some coin. Okay. He used to play football. He does business and economics. Now, where he works at, he works at a very, let me see. He works somewhere at a good place. He's a business consultant, and he's a CEO of Mind Music. And I forgot where he worked at, but where Raph worked at, he can work from home, and it does a lot of traveling. Now, he works for a major company as a business consultant. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, he on the show, he look like he don't work. Let me break that down before we get more into the recap. Raph's job is very high profile. So let's be honest now. Raph, when they come on these shows and these husbands work corporates or whatever, they're going to ask. Like Phaedra was a lawyer. Phaedra law firm that she probably partnered with at the time probably said, you know what? No, that's not good for the show and that's not good for the business. Okay. I just want to put that out there. So we're not going to see Raph working because certain companies don't want this type of rhetoric on their name. Okay. So we're going to go there. So she said she would get any attention if anybody threw it because her husband wasn't getting no attention, right? He wasn't giving her no attention. She said he wanted it and he intervened and he initiated the divorce. Now we went to the glam, honey, and she was talking about glam. Now I think it was Two-Face. I don't know who it was that sat there. Hold on, y'all. And she said he did her glam. But she ain't got him listed as the person that did her glam. Let me go to her page. And I meant to go to her page. She said, oh, the same person that said that I don't pay my stuff did my glam. See what I'm saying? See how this look? She be looking so surprised. Girl, Drew. Now, we're going to get into where she said he disrespected her mama and stuff. Talking about Raph. But she said that obviously... Hold on, y'all. That he did, the guy that was talking junk about her did her glam. Now I said, well, he said you didn't pay. And obviously she said, oh, the same person that did my glam, the same person that said I ain't paid. Oh, he just beat this face. See, they say a lot of things that's not true about me. I pay my bills. And for a lot of people, she say, I wanted to check, and then I put check and do the research because I wasn't sure. But I'm going to go and find him. I'm going to have to go and look up his name again and make sure he did that glam, honey. He still worked for her. She paid him. She said Porsha is a mean girl. She said that Porsha knew she could show the text messages, which she ain't got no text messages. Now, when Porsha get done healing Coco with Chanel. Y'all know Porsha finna go on her YouTube and start showing these text messages. So I don't know why Drew felt like in her heart of hearts to say that about Porsha. She said that Porsha knew what was going on. She liked it, the music. She loved the music and everything. And she said what Dennis said about, PJ needed college fund and everything. She said that Shamia was a lap dog and she got treats. That's exactly what she said. Mm-hmm. She bashed Brittany, but we're going to get into it. Mm-hmm. She bashed Brittany a little bit. She said that, Brittany's not fit for the show. She's not the type of girl. She's not open enough. Here is my thing. I disagree with that. Britt and Angela were the only females that was more open with their family, their parents, and their life. They were more open. They were open about, basically, I'm talking loud because I don't know who dog that is. Sorry, y'all. They were open about everything they had going in their family. Brittany is an open book as well as Angela. Angela's starting to open up more. She's starting to open up a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for her to say Britt is not fit and she don't open up, which is weird because Drew, you and everybody else on the show, which I want to show, she said that she is Porsha's storyline and all she talk about is her, and that is not true because, okay, like I told y'all before, Drew, you knew you wanted to film with that man. You could have filmed differently and kept it like it was, but you knew that Porsha was panicked. Then she said, oh, this is what she got nerve with that kind of took me under. I'm a wife and filming with my husband, I see it. But after what she said about Angela didn't film with my husband and say those type of things, it's kind of weird. Like, are we really friends? I say, not the goose, don't like the gander. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. You sat there and filmed with Dennis, you had no problem, but now it was a problem with Porsha filming with Ralph about things. She did exactly what you did. Oh, I see it was cute how they did it. They were trying to make it look like, it was about a podcast. My album almost #1. No, it ain't. Oh, and it's a podcast in the basement. It was real cute. Girl. Oh, you was in your feelings, but okay. So they got into, I'm taking notes. This is what I got, what I wrote down, okay? She said Dennis did it for the legacy and the kids, and he believed in her. He told her he believed in her. She's not to get back at Porsha. She like biceps, not bellies, because remember Porsha said that Dennis said something about sleeping with her and wasn't about that. It was like she was like it's biceps and bellies, but then you just said that Ty fine. We're not gonna lie like she not, honey. Gave you the time of day. You gave it to her, but you say you like biceps and bellies, but you didn't mind with Ty and Kiki and you know why she busy after she done dropped me trying to get up and mean Cootie Cat. We gonna get it to me because me had about to say. We talked about the giving of attention. She said she believes that Porsha was brought to give a life she couldn't. Says Porsha liked the music. Now, this was what my thing was. Everybody know Porsha going through a divorce. Now, shout out to attorney Simone Red Wine. Y'all go check out This Girl Is That Legal. Porsha has said that she couldn't say many things. They are going through court proceedings now with their divorce. So y'all expect for Porsha to give the whole world. She not going to give it to y'all. We just got to be acceptive of that. Okay? Porsha gave what she could give. I feel like Porsha can amp it up a bit. They need to bring Porsha and Britt back, try to spice it up some more, and give it a run. Give it a run. Let's go back to the lies she tell. She said that she has text messages, but we have not seen them. I put that parentheses. We have not seen them because I don't know if she's going to show them at the reunion. And I know Porsha got some text messages. And then Kelly would say, oh, well, there are some text messages. So we got some questions. So I guess that these are the text messages from Drew. But let's be honest, the whole cast has called Drew a liar and say, yeah, but she might not have the receipts that she might need to bring. That's just what they said on the sidebar. I'm just saying it's true. She said Drew confirmed she did not tell her about Dennis. She didn't. So she basically said she tried to call and text and it wasn't told. First of all, Drew talked about the music. Drew said that she said that they were doing the music. She liked the music. Drew did come and confirm that she did not tell Porsha. She just told Porsha they were working on the studio. Now, what she should have said to Porsha was, hey, girl, you know, I know you like the music. We're going to film this for the show. And I know he's on your, you know, he's getting paid through you. But I feel like after what attorneys read, Simone Redron read the documents, and I'm starting to believe the reason why she had Dennis film with Dennis is to pay Dennis for the recordings, because she cannot, as of court order, show anything with the LLC that she had sold and wasn't supposed to, and have the checks funded there to pay Dennis to the music sold. Attorney Simone Redwine got that on her page. Y'all go check out Girl Is That Legal. She broke it down, and I believe it's true. Drew tried to get Angela on seasons ago, and it didn't work, but they finally got her on. She talked about the Shamia situation. Now, this is where this is how she dogged Shamia out, but Shamia, a good, humble person, but she dogged her out. I see why the girls called her a liar, but we don't get to it. And then Ming was just a friend on the show, and she called you a lot. God damn. All right. She said that they did pinky swear. Drew says that Shamia was going to tear down Porsha on the show. This is what Drew said, allegedly. Now, they were sipping some liquor. Now, I don't know. This is allegedly. Shamia, I didn't say it. Drew said it, sis. I'm just telling you, go watch it. I know you want to talk shit, but I know you're going to wait till the reunion. Girl, spark it up. Do what you do. I don't blame y'all rooting for you. I like Drew now. I want y'all to know I like Drew, but Drew be capping. Says that she was hurt. She didn't celebrate her getting a peach. Shamia talked about that, but whatever. That she did not come to the wedding. They've been squashed that. But like I said, when I did the review, and I'm going to do the 2 episodes review with the sit down and everything, because a lot of people feel like they're not friends. I feel like conversations need to be off camera. And as best friends and childhood friends, you should leave it there. And I feel like the reason why these two are going through what they're going through, because first is the ratings, and then 2, I'm going to be honest with y'all, this is a sidebar. I feel like Porsha and Shamia, when they come back the next season, they finna group together. I don't know what they gonna do, but y'all new girls who tried to sit here and carry bones, y'all need to be careful, including Drew, because I'm telling you, when they make up, fireworks is coming. I don't know what they doing, but I feel like we just got a little test, because I feel like an alliance between them two is going to be built up and strong for season 17. Y'all need to get ready. It's going to be explosive. Let's continue. Drew thinks Shamia is humble soul, but put on the front. She calls Shamia a good lap dog with treats. You know, she said, oh, you know, I know a couple of them. I've seen them before. You know, I got a couple of treats with some people that are lap dogs and all this and that. Girl, okay, honey. Drew claimed she wanted to address Shamia wanted to address Porsha, what she said about Drew claimed that she wanted to go down there and address Porsha about what she said about Angela's husband. And Angela said, no, I already did that. She said, what? Let's go right now. Now, Angela is her only friend on the show. We just gonna be honest. She said, what? Let's go right now. No, she didn't say that. We saw this time and time again. And I told y'all, these girls was going to use Porsha, what she did, as leverage for the next season, because she did not get that spanking when she was supposed to come back. So, she didn't get that spanking. So the girl said, okay, you know, let's test the fire with Miss Porsha Williams. And she said when she was Porsha Gubati and I Williams, yeah, she been throwing shade at the girl, but it's a little funny. But crossed the line filming with Raph. Okay, we're going back to that. Nobody blamed Drew. I don't know why this was brought up, but okay. I don't know why, because Drew, she's saying that people blame her. Well, first of all, Drew, you filmed with Dennis. You didn't tell that girl you was filming with Dennis. You ought to confirm in the interview that you did not film with Dennis. You said you talked about the music and the album and what the sound was going to be and how he believed in you and how it was good. And she said, yes, yes, yes. But you didn't say, hey, girl, I'm finna film with your baby daddy, girl. So, no, yeah. I mean, you can't get mad. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I'm sorry. Everybody want to sit here and go, oh, Drew know what she be doing. Okay? Just proved it today. And me gonna prove it too. Then she said, oh, honey, let's talk about how she stopped. Now she's siding with Kenya after she done had a whole debacle with Britt. So she sat there and said she don't blame Kenya for what she did. But Drew, you didn't want your ex-husband to out you out as being, at the time, pansexual. We're not going to say bisexual because we're not sure. We say pan, allegedly. So you said it was fine for Kenya to do that, but we all know if it was Drew would be crying tears and talking shit to everybody. When LaToya sat there and she tried to call LaToya a hoe, and LaToya talked about her, she felt some type of way because she was friends with Kenya. I don't know where this friendship came with Kenya and Drew so closely tight, because the last time I checked, Kenya said she was doing too much with the way she treated LaToya Forever. Shout out to my girl LaToya Forever. Hey, girl. But she treated her rude and blamed her for being a whore for sleeping with the pastor of her church. But I don't expect, let's be honest, why should we expect Drew to sit here and not agree with Kenya when, let's be honest, she tried to hoe shame LaToya, and that wasn't even true, saying that she slept with her prophet of the church. LaToya already came out and was talking to who used to be Fallon Man before they got married. It didn't last. She went a little single, and then she met her now fiance / baby daddy, who is going to be her husband. So I don't understand why she felt the need to simply bash LaToya when she had her own whole phase. Anyway. Then she said Britt is argumentative. But you was just being fake about Britt trying to get her business. Here's the thing. Y'all got to understand, Britt going to be argumentative after what happened and all that, because she don't know who to trust. Y'all got to give that to her. Y'all can't get mad at that. I would be kind of funny too, because I don't know how you coming after y'all agreed to what somebody did to me. And everybody say, well, you choose how to react. First of all, now if the girl would have crashed out, y'all would be like, oh my God, what just happened? Y'all got to take precautions and stop being an instigator of your own problems. You understand what I'm saying? When you know you play a dangerous game, stop playing dangerous. Ain't nobody playing. Let's continue. Then she said she dated Michael B. Jordan, LeBron James, and Young Berg. Now, I know why she ain't claim Young Berg. No shade to Young Berg, a.k.a. Hitmaker. Congratulations to the music. But the way he treat women is foul. I wouldn't have told nobody I dated him. I wouldn't have told nobody I dated him. We discussed how he did Tink. He's just a great friend. She said she dated Michael B. Jordan a long time ago. It was short. It wasn't organic. So Carlos Key said, oh, you do like biceps. She said she dated LeBron James, and everybody's still trying to figure out where his T at, because she said, oh, we dated back in, I think she said high school, but I thought him and Savannah was high school sweethearts. I need Savannah James. Anybody get in contact with Savannah James, tell her to call me. We need to chat. I want to hear her thoughts. She probably don't care. Because she got him. So why didn't, and I said, I put this, I said, instead of on the show, why didn't she talk about, why nobody asked her about her first? This is okay. So let me break this down to y'all. When I did my research on Drew a long time ago, and I noticed that she had got remarried, I remember she did a spread. I don't know. It was a very long time with her son's fathers. They were married. They got a divorce. She got with Raph, and that became her new husband. And they got married, and she had their daughter. So I remember that spread too, because in the spread she said this was her second marriage to Ralph. And I was like, oh, okay, girl, that's cute. I like that for you. And they was in Chicago, and she was open up to the person of the magazine that said she was moving to Atlanta. I remember this was a long time ago. So I was like, why she didn't bring up the relationship with that and how he feels about, the change that was supposed to happen or whatever. I guess we'll never know. And then she said the album brings peace to her thoughts. It helped her glow up, which I see a difference in her. I give her that. She said her thoughts on Fraser say hope she see her next year and gave faces and laughs. She's trying to get to know the girls. I hope she know Phaedra finna read the hell out her ass. Now, so everybody's seen it, right? Let me go back to what I'm sharing. Let me go over here. And I was like, oh, okay. So everybody was like, oh, girl, she got some nerve. Excuse me. And I was chilling, minding my gorgeous business. And I went, scrolling, doing whatever. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Okay, they don't have it. We're going to go to search. Y'all can just look at the screen with me. And I say, it was very nice. So let's go to it. Here we go. We're going to get into her response. I'm not going to play it. But Basketball Wives star Mean Lee, remember we talked about, she confronted about Drew. So Mean decided to take to Instagram. Ty, get your girl. Hey, Drew Sidora, you should just stop after doing that line on the Carlos King podcast. I spared you once when y'all was filming, and some of your cast told me to air your line ass out. Laugh out loud. Now we all know that Mean keeps some receipts. Allegedly Mean, we ain't gonna get into it. So we gonna get into let me show you what she said, honey. Let me tell you what sparked it. Hold on, here we go. So it says Drew Sidora says Mean tried to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but failed. Now she's over there on Basketball Wives, grasping for storylines while dropping Drew.
He's saying that was one of the deal breakers, was how close you were, considering all of that.
Another person grasping for straws in a storyline is what I gather. Because what else do you have going on? If you have to use my name.
Now she claims she didn't talk about Raph, but the whole time on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she talked about Raph. But let's continue.
Because she came over to Real Housewives and she was coming trying. You got glimpses. She was trying.
And let's not forget, Drew get her information from the blogs. Hey, Drew girl. How you doing?
Hard, and it didn't work out for her. So she just went on down there, down there. And was like, I got to sell. I got something to sell. I got something to say. Listen, she was never around when Ty and I were friends. She was never around. She wasn't around. They didn't know each other. And since, Ty and I don't speak as often anymore, we're still friends, and that hasn't changed, but we don't talk as often. It's just been a lot of life happening. So since they have been together.
What did you think about Mean Lee saying that was one of the deal?
Ty and I have not seen each other. We don't spend time talking. I've been working on a whole album. So
yeah,
there's not enough minutes in the day that she's explaining that she is, alleging It just wasn't true. And so, like I say, a lot of people get on these cameras and they feel like they got to say something that is going to get them a moment. And I'm sorry, I didn't know I was that much of that girl. Like,
now, remind you, they filmed Basketball Wives last year. Jennifer just got married late last year. So they filmed this after they filmed Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think they were filming the same time. So you can't say that didn't happen because it did. Now we know she joined Basketball Wives, and that's when Ty had responded.
Now, you just had a Carlos King interview that dropped, and you admitted that, you know, you and Ty had moments of flirtation, but nothing inappropriate, you know, because you're still going through your separation and your marriage. However, on Basketball Wives, Ming Lee, who is surprisingly a friend to a lot of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, has said that was a bone of contention in her relationship with Ty, your closeness to her. What did you think about Ming?
Okay, so let me break it down for y'all. Her and Ming and Ty started dating. Remember, Mimi had specified about now. Okay, remember I told y'all they all run in the same circle. Ty broke up with Mimi, and Mimi outed her about cheating with Sidora. That wasn't too long ago. Ming said that it was two years ago they were dating. They came outed. Now this is alleged. Ty broke up with Mimi. Mimi broke up with Ty. She outed her. And next thing I know, early last year, Ty and Ming had brought their relationship to Instagram. And they started, just started hanging a lot, and people started picking up. And she basically did an anniversary post last year. So remember 2 years ago, was it the season before? I think it was, because remember they took a long pause with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, remember. Drew know what she be doing. Y'all talking about Drew is not carrying nothing. Drew don't want nobody to know. Ty and her were friends with benefits.
Lee saying that was one of the deal breakers, was how close you were, considering all of that.
Another person grasping for straws in the storyline is what I gathered. It was like, I got to sell. I got something to sell. I got something to
Wouldn't stop communicating with Sidora, somebody that you said you wasn't talking to. And if you want to talk to her, go be with her and leave.
Now, I'm going to say this. Let me get out of that. And we're going to keep it cute. The girl had receipts on the show. There ain't nothing to lie about. We all know Drew be lying. And then when she get confronted, what? She does that. We are not acting like she don't. Like I say, I like Drew, but I feel like I was with Carlos where I felt like it was unauthentic. She was acting. I also feel like when she cried on Q, I was just like, girl, I don't know if I believe it, because the way you moving and the way that man filed and then had to find out about your finances, he turned in his finances and you didn't. I don't know, boo-boo, kitty, I don't know. I wouldn't mind talking to Drew. You know, I like Drew. But I feel like I see what Sonya was saying, and a lot of people got mad at Sonya and Marlo, but they called it out a season or two ago. Kenya also called it out about Drew as well. A lot of people called it out about Drew. A lot of people called it out about Drew. A lot of people. And it's all, and you know, like I told y'all before, I was hearing through the grapevine when they were filming, everybody, except for Angela, but everybody on that cast called Drew a liar, and they was talking crap about Drew. They call her a liar. They say she liar draws off. They say she the biggest liar. And then I heard that, you know, while she was filming, she was falling out with all the girls. So when I saw her talk about Britt, I said it had to be true because everybody's saying the same thing and laughing about it. It's crazy. Well, okay, so listen, guys. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to eat my empanadas before they get cold. They fresh, honey, baby. When I tell you I put that taco meat for last night with some cheese, a little bit of queso. I folded them babies down. I used water, you know. I fried them up. Baby, they came out good. I'm finna eat. I had me a little drink. Y'all, my vacation has started. Guess what? You're going to get more time. Yes, I'm going to go take me a nice little restless nap. I've been running all day. That's why you got this live late. And we're going to come back and talk about day 9 and 10 of Diddy trial. We're going to research it together, break it down a little. We're going to talk about the makeup artist. I think that was it with Kid Cudi yesterday, but I think we're going to talk about what else all he had to say, and then we're going to jump into what happened today. So I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Hey. And also, I'm going to give a birthday shout out to M. Happy birthday, girl. Yes. Fabulous, honey. I hope y'all enjoy this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you guys. I'm going to come back at 8, 9 o'clock, okay? I'm going to come back at 8. If you got some baby oil, pull out your baby oil. You got some extra pride, pull that out. We finna get into it because, like I said when I read the affidavit, I say it again. It's nothing wrong with being freaky, but it's wrong when you ain't got no boundaries. And hello. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Later.